Yo, what's up, guys? It's King Sean here, and this game been pretty sloppy. I'm not gonna lie. Commanders Week 1 preseason game with the Patriots. Right now, the score is 41-11. Patriots in the lead. 8 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game, roughly. We're in the red zone right now. Josh Johnson just had a run as recording this video, but I'm just recording this video now because this game is over. It was sloppy, very sloppy on our side, poorly executed, not really great whatsoever. But it's just a preseason game, the first preseason game. Mostly third string, fourth string guys out there. We literally have 30 guys out today, mostly starters and some second team guys. So, it's not a surprise that we look super sloppy, but like this sloppy. Jacoby Jones just hauled in a touchdown pass in the red zone from Josh Johnson, who has had a really good night. We'll get to that in a second. So the score's 41-18 now, but it really doesn't make a difference at all. So there's that. But special teams, it was awful tonight. The first play of the game, the kickoff, Travion Henderson runs it back for a touchdown. That's when I knew, yeah, this game might be a little ugly for us, right? And it's preseason, right? I don't want to make it like a huge deal, but still, to go out there, play sloppy like that. We got 11 penalties tonight, 11. And, the game isn't even over yet as I'm recording this video. So, 11 penalties is insane, man. And a lot of them were procedural penalties, like 12 men on the field, a false start, illegal formation, right? We can't have those things, and that's something DQ preaches about. Special teams also allowed a long kick return from to Antonio Gibson. I think it went for about 62 yards. So special teams just wasn't good today. Matt Gay, man, I really thought we had our kicker. Like, we've heard such good reports about Matt Gay during training camp, and he missed a 49-yard field goal on, I think it was our first or second offensive drive. Can't quite remember, but he missed a field goal, and it was a field goal that he should have made. Let's go position group by position group, though. Quarterback Sam Hartman, he had to start today, and he didn't look good, not going to lie. He overthrew and just missed a lot of receivers today, or tonight. Jalen Lane, he was wide open on a bit of an out route, a short out route, and Hartman just overthrew him. There was also this one pass to Ben Sinnott, and it was behind him. Sinnott still hauled in the pass, but it wasn't a good throw by Sam Hartman. And Hartman also threw an interception. I think it was to Michael Gallop. The pass was intended for Michael Gallop, if I can remember it correctly. And it wasn't a good throw. Michael Gallop slipped, but still wasn't a good throw by Hartman. So right now, seems like Hartman is behind Johnson in the quarterback 3 competition. It's still early, just the first preseason game, but if he doesn't turn things around quick, it could be back to the practice squad for Sam Hartman. Johnson did throw an interception, but it went off the fingertips of, was it Jacoby Jones? It was Jacoby Jones, yeah. I guess it could have been a better ball from Johnson. Could have hit Jacoby Jones in his chest rather than on the tip of his fingertips, but, it is what it is there. But I thought Josh Johnson had a pretty good night. The Patriots just scored another touchdown, so it's 48-18 now, which is insane. I don't think this will get to 50 because there's only 3 minutes left in this game. But yeah, not a great night. Not a lot of positives, but one positive is that Josh Johnson did have a good night. Run game wise, Demetric Felton had some pretty good carries, especially like in the fourth quarter, because that's when Merritt, McNichols were out at that point. By the way, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt, man, he had a great day. Only says 7 carries for 24 yards on the stat sheet, but if you actually watched when he was in the game, and by the way, he came out of the game when he got hit really hard, checked him for a concussion, I think, but he should be good. He came out of the blue tent with his helmet, and he looked fine, so that's good, but 7 carries, 24 yards, but man, he was running so good, man. His cuts, his quickness, even showed some power on some runs, so man, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt, he looked as advertised tonight. Jerry McNichols, he had 3 carries for 18 yards and a touchdown. Thought he looked pretty solid. Had a nice run for 9 yards in the fourth quarter. Receiving wise, man, we need Terry. I'm not gonna lie, we need Terry. Early on, really throughout the game, but early on, like in the second half, or the first half, I'll say, there was a lot of drops. Chris Moore had 2 drops, including a deep pass drop. He almost hauled it in, but He dropped it. It was a really nice pass by Sam Hartman, probably his best pass of the night, but Chris Moore could not haul it in. Who else had a drop tonight? I'm trying to remember. I think KJ Osborne had a drop. There were a lot of drops tonight, and that has been the story of camp, to be honest. Like, nobody at receiver is stepping up right now. Now, tonight, I will say Ja'Cory Brooks had a pretty good night. 5 catches, 59 yards. Tate Martin was good as well. 3 catches for 36 yards. And then Michael Gallop, he had 2 catches for 27 yards. So, there were some guys that stood out tonight at the receiver position, but overall, still a little underwhelming. Luke McCaffrey got injured early on in this game. I think in the second or first quarter. I think it was the first quarter because I didn't see him after that. Not sure what happened to him. He did have 1 catch, but went for -1 yard. So he didn't do anything and then got injured. So hopefully he's fine because right now our receiver depth without Terry is not great. I know Luke McCaffrey isn't the greatest, but we need all the receiver depth we can get. And then Jalen Lane didn't do much today. Didn't really have an opportunity to return punts because the Patriots did not punt a lot today since they scored a lot of touchdowns. And Jalen Lane had 1 target today from Sam Hartman, and Hartman overthrew him. So he did not get a lot of opportunities today. As for the offensive line, I thought the offensive line was actually pretty solid today for the most part. Didn't really see a ton of pressure on Josh Johnson and Sam Hartman today. Josh Connerly Jr., that was the main guy I was watching today. Obviously, our first round offensive tackle starting at right tackle. Well, we expect him to be starting at right tackle, and I thought he looked really good today. Sometimes, at times, like once or twice, he gave up inside pressure, but overall, thought he handled his own when it came to pass blocking, and thought he looked pretty solid run blocking as well. So I do like what I saw from Connerly today. Didn't really pay attention to the rest of the O-linemen individually, but overall, as a collective, I thought they looked really good today for the most part. Obviously, defensively, it was rough tonight. And you know what? Not all the blame goes on the 3rd and 4th stringers out there, the backups. I mean, when the special teams unit is giving up these long kick returns, I mean, the 100-yard kick return touchdown to Travion Henderson and the 62-yard return from Antonio Gibson to set up the Patriots in good field position, and then the 2 interceptions the Patriots had, I mean, they're going to have short distances. Of course, they're probably going to score, but still, man, it was not great today by the defense. I thought the secondary was honestly pretty solid today. Trey Amos, man, he's going to be a demon. Trey Amos is going to be so good for us. He played, I think, only 1 possession or 2 possessions, but, man, on the Patriots' first offensive possession, he locked up Mac Hollins, and he had great positioning on the play. A little bit of an overthrow from May. Not sure if it would have been completed, but great positioning by Trey Amos. And he made a nice tackle on Ramondre Stevenson to force him out of bounds. So, man, Amos, he's going to be so good for us. Man, I'm so excited to watch him this season. Noah Igbenogany, I'm surprised he played a lot tonight, man. Like, I feel like he's one of the guys who's a lock to make the roster, but he played a lot tonight, and he was awesome today. He did allow 1 touchdown, and it was in the 4th quarter late in the game. So I'm not going to bash him too much for that, but he was great today, man. Thought he made nice tackles, and he had coverage, or nice coverage, throughout the game as well. So I was impressed by Noah I tonight. Thought Jeremy Reeves looked good too, honestly. Had a really good pass defense early in the game. Linebackers wasn't really impressed. K. Madrano, he struggled with tackling coming out of college, and I didn't really see great tackling from him today. Really overall, but for the defense, but like K. Madrano really wasn't impressed with him today. The D-line though was disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Like in the run game, feels like they were getting blown off the line every single time. The Patriots running backs, if you look at their stat lines, it isn't anything crazy, but like Travion Henderson, he had a field day, or I shouldn't say a field day, but because he only had like 3 or 4 carries, but he got to the edge very well against us, and that was a problem for us last year. I mean, our edge rushers were soft at containing the edge man, and it was bad. And on the inside, I mean, we were just getting blown off the line of scrimmage. And although it was 3rd and 4th stringers out there, I'm beginning to wonder if that's a player thing, like a talent thing, or more so a coaching thing. I don't want to get too concerned because it's just a preseason game once again, but still, I don't like seeing those same issues from the D-line, although it's just a preseason game. I would say the one guy that was good on the D-line today was John Newton. That big forced fumble he had on the Patriots' first offensive possession, man. He beat the guard, got to Drake May, got the sack on him, and that was just a great play by John Newton. He also had a tackle for loss, I think, 2 plays before. So, hey, man, we needed to see that from John Newton. We needed to see that he's been making progress, and we're hoping for a big year out of him this year, and that's a good sign of things to come for John Newton this season. So I was really glad to see that out of him today. So that's really all I took away from today's sloppy performance against the Patriots. There were positives, like, the rookies I feel like had a good night. Ja'Cory Cross-Gamera, Josh Connolly Jr., Trey Amos. I even thought Ja'Cory Brooks was pretty solid. You know what? I think Ja'Cory Brooks is good. 5 catches, 56 yards. I think that's really good. Also think Noah Igbenogany and the rest of the secondary was pretty decent. But as for pretty much everything else, John Newton, obviously, he had a good night as well. He made an impact on the first Patriots possession, but everything else pretty much a negative. And I guess Josh Johnson also had a good night because right now I feel like he's in the lead for the QB3 competition or the QB3 spot. Right now, the depth of the team, I do have my concerns over that for sure at several positions. But that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subbed up, and turn on notifications. Comment down below your thoughts and takeaways from today's preseason game versus the Patriots. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.